that you are the future. And when you learn these studies and Gurmat, reading from the Guru, doing the Kirtan, reading Path, doing Simran, you have to understand how very, very important that is, especially today. We've just celebrated with the Granth Sahibzadis their sacrifice. What did we learn? We learned that they stood against anything. The young Sahibzadis, they were bricked alive. They didn't give in. They were offered everything. Food and delicacy, drink, everything they were offered. They said no. We shall not sacrifice. That means we shall not give up our truth for anything. That money couldn't buy their truth. That the threat of death couldn't buy their truth. Food couldn't buy their truth. And what was their truth? Their truth was Vaheguru Satnam. And they lived to that truth. And they gave their lives, as did the other soldiers of Guru Gobind Singh Ji. They gave their lives for truth. They gave their lives, why? Are we sitting straight? Are we alert? Sit straight. Because if they didn't give that sacrifice, would we be sitting here today? If Guru Arjan Dev Ji didn't give the sacrifice he gave, so that the Adi Granth nobody would even touch or change one word, if it wasn't for that truth, we would not be sitting today here. Is that not so? Because every example of our gurus and every example of those, from the young ones who gave their lives, the women who gave their lives, the soldiers who gave their lives, our gurus who gave that sacrifice, was for truth. Guru Nanak Dev Ji taught us that this entire universe came from one word. What was that word? Yes? No? Yes? No. What am I talking about? Hanji? Not Vaheguru. Truth. What does Vaheguru mean? When we do Vaheguru Simran, we are saying, I am true to the ultimate God within me. It's not outside. Did everybody tell you what Vaheguru means? It means I am honoring the ultimate God that lives within me, which is my truth. And Guru Nanak Dev Ji said, this whole world was created. What do we say in Mul Mantar after Jap is what? Ad, Jugad, Hebi, Nanak Hosi Bi, Ad such. Ad means first, right? Ad means first, primal, beginning. So Guru Nanak Dev Ji said what? He said at the beginning of this entire universe was what? What created it? What is such? Such is? Truth. Are you putting it together? You make those puzzles, right? Do you all have those puzzles? You know what I'm saying? Not pretzels, puzzles, right? And what are those puzzles? You take this piece, right? And you fit it to this piece and you fit to that. And say, oh, look, Mami ji, I have such a beautiful puzzle. It's all finished, right? Guru's teachings are all those pieces of that puzzle that you all know how to do, that we put together that gives us something we call complete. So Guru has given complete. Not one part doesn't fit. You know what our problem is? Have you ever put that puzzle and you try a million times to find the right piece? and that one doesn't fit, this one doesn't fit. So the journey of life that Guru has given us is to learn how to put all those pieces together. So Guru Nanak Dev Ji said what? He said, Ad Sach. He said at the beginning of time, what created this entire universe was the word of truth. Do you know that before Guru Nanak Dev Ji, nobody said that? Nobody even thought that to say. Because there's only one Guru Nanak. And Guru Nanak passed that true understanding to 9 more Gurus. And after the 9 Gurus, including Guru Nanak Dev Ji makes 10, it was given forever in what? The Siddhi Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj. The Siddhi Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj is the combination of the exact vibration of that truth, and that's why in this whole world, there is no other teaching that has the title of Guru. The Quran doesn't have Guru's title. The Bible doesn't have Guru's title. The Vedas don't have title of Guru. Only one teaching, guidance in this world has the title of Guru, and that is what is the? Siddhi Guru Granth Sahib Ji. Right? Why? Ad Sach, in the beginning of time was what? Truth. Jugad Sach, what is a yuga? A yuga is what is? Is an age. Jugad Sach. Through all the ages. We won't talk today about the ages, but sometime you can read in Siddhi Guru Granth Sahib Ji explains the ages. From the golden age to the silver age, to the bronze, to the iron age, is all explained exactly what is today. Hebi Sach, right on this day, January 3rd, 2016, is no different. That truth is with us. Are we alert? Come on, sit straight. Sit straight, good. Nanak, Hosi, Nanak Hosi? Nanak Hosi be such. And what does Nanak say? That forever, for all time, that truth shall be. You know the beauty of that in your heart? Guru Nanak Dev Ji taught a path to the heart. And he taught how to live that path to the heart. You know, one day somebody came to me. They said, "Are you part of that Sikh religion?" I said, "No." They said, "You look like you're part of that Sikh religion." I said, "No." They said, "What do you do? What are you part of?" I said, "I live a Sikh way of life." You see the difference? Well, I look like I'm part, yes. But what did Guru Nanak Dev Ji give us? He didn't give us a religion. He gave us a way to live the reality of life. If you look at that word religion, what is religion? Inside that word religion is another word. It's called real. So what was religion? Religion was a way to explain what is real. But Guru Nanak Dev Ji said the real faith is the trust in one God, Ek Onkar. He said when you take away all this other, because before Guru Nanak Dev Ji, when we do prayer, do we put our hands together like this? Is that not true? So what does that mean? Before Guru Nanak Dev Ji, they said God lives here and you live here and you're separated. Guru Nanak Dev Ji said, bring this God and bring you, Ek Onkar, God and me and God. You know, I've taught you before, are one. And he said, bring God and bring you together like this. And he said, Ek Onkar. Did you know that? When we put our hands together to pray, we take God, we take ourselves, and we make it one, and we say, Vaheguru, Vaheguru, Vaheguru. Guru Nanak Dev Ji taught us, he said something very simple. He said, if you don't see God in all, you don't see God. If you don't see God in all, you don't see God at all. Right? Is that not simple? If you don't see God in all, you don't see God at all. Right? Do you know before Guru Nanak Dev Ji, nobody said that? Because Guru Nanak Dev Ji taught that through these eyes, don't just see through your eyes. Guru Nanak Dev Ji said, see through the eyes of love. Can you imagine? Because if God lives in each of us, if I look at you, I see myself. When we look at someone, see yourself. You're much prettier than me, mind you. But if you look at somebody, see yourself. When I look at you, I see myself. And I ask myself, would I want to yell at you? No, I don't want to be yelled at. So why would I yell at you? I wouldn't want to lie to myself. Why would I want to lie to you? I wouldn't want to be angry with you. Why should I be angry at myself? Because if we look at each other and see the God that lives in each of us through these eyes, and know that in each of us lives each other, if you read Siddhi Guru Granth Sahib, he talks about that string in our Sangat that connects every heart. Is that not true, Bhai Sahib? It's said in Gurbani. That there is that string through the Sangat that weaves its way, that combines each of our hearts. And many great people, not Sikh people, have said that the teachings that we have are teachings that can bring peace to this planet. But they said one thing. The problem is that we're not sharing it to the world. And you young ones, my prayer, my ardas is that you shall share it to the world. So we need you. We need you to be strong and to be secure in who you are. Guru Gobind Singh Ji gave us this identity, did he not? He said, wear that bana. Because bana is just not outside of you. When I wear my bana, when Sarvjit Singh, Bhai Sarvjit Singh wears his bana, we have a responsibility to live to that bana. Not just so somebody outside should see us, that's important. But when we wear bana, we have a responsibility inside of ourselves to represent ourselves as Khalsa, to take that responsibility. We can't mess that up. I wear white, don't I? Even if I drop ketchup, everybody sees it, right? So I have to be extra careful. So Bana is not just, oh, it's outside of me, I'm wearing Guru's clothes. Bana is a reflection within yourself of your responsibility to live the truth. It all goes back to that truth, doesn't it? And I know all you kids know that if you tell a lie, what's the one rule of telling a lie? Somebody will always find out, right? Is that not so? And I'm not saying any of you lie, I don't think so. But if you ever utter an untruth, let's be easy with it, it always gets found out. Because I learned about mothers. You know, we talk, oh, there's this point here, third eye, whatever we call it. I found out mothers have 4 eyes, the one that's in the back of their head. They always know everything that's out. Isn't that true? They always know everything. You can't get away with anything, right? It's true. So Guruji said, walk in the path of your truth. And I'm speaking today to you about truth. Remember, each time I come, we have our topic, right? And today our topic is truth. That's why in Mul Mantar, after everything, there's a hukum. What is the hukum in the Mul Mantar? Jump! Oh, that woke you up. Jump! Don't we read them? Ek Onkar, Satnam, Kartapur, Nirbo, Nirvera, Kalmur, Tajuni, Saiban, Gur Prasad. Jump! Meditate. Be alert. Huh? Be alert. On what? We just did it. Ad, Jugad, Hebi, Nanak Hosi, be such. Huh? So the jop is the alertness. Jop! Ah, you see, then you wake up. Right? You woke up. Be alert and know the truth of all existence. And what I keep telling you every time we talk is that no other teaching in this planet will teach you what I have just told you. No other teaching embodies the truth. That means is the truth of the existence of life. And Guru Nanak Dev Ji made it universal. And Guru Ram Das Ji, when he began construction of Darbar Sahib, Harmandir Sahib, the Golden Temple, which Guru Arjan Dev Ji finished, he said what? There should be how many doors? Is there 2 doors? How many doors? Huh? I can't hear. How many? 4 doors? Right. To show what? Why are there 4 doors? Who can tell me? Yes, Ji? Huh. How old are you? 6. Did you hear what he said? He said, so anybody from any faith can walk into that, through those doors, and have the blessing of Guru and feel the light of Guru. He's 6-year-old. So we don't know what our children even know, how deep it is within them. And I'm telling you this today because, as you know, all you kids, even you youngest ones, you're all on the internet now, right? You get all the news, all the information. In fact, it's too much information. We call that information overload. There's too much, our children are getting too much in. But they know everything of what's going on in the world immediately. Did we not have an earthquake the other day? How many felt that? Yeah. It's a little scary, huh? But what did we learn from that? That in be alert, yes. That in 10 seconds, 15 seconds, that God can take this entire situation and turn it upside down. We can't control that, can we? If God decides in 15 seconds to turn everything upside down, is upside down. That we can't control. So we learn. What do we learn from that? To appreciate each other, to care about each other, and most importantly, to pray to God, don't turn it upside down. Right? So now some we go, let's go to Gurdwara, we just had an earthquake. Right? Then you come. Right? Then everybody came to the Gurdwara, let's pray. I say let's pray before the earthquake so we can avoid it. Right? Well, let's go to the Gurdwara, I think we have to pray. Right? So we have to understand this world. And Guru has given us these teachings to understand the world and to understand ourselves. Guru teaches us to understand 2 things: ourselves and this world we live in. And that's why I said if you don't see God in all, you don't see God at all. Because Guru taught us to look at each other and see not what is wrong, but to see what is right. When I was born, before I came down to this earth, however I got here, did I say, oh, God, come here, God, we got to talk for a minute. I'd like to be about 6'2", maybe give me blonde hair. I don't want my nose to be too big and, make my ears just average. Did I put my order like I was ordering a sandwich? I'll take brown bread and give me some lettuce and tomato and a little bit of mustard. No, right? I was going to put in my order because I wanted to be a little taller, right? Each of us are created uniquely and differently. And what bonds us together is called Sangat. And through Sangat, in the presence of our Guru, we find happiness. Guru Nanak Dev Ji taught us that the birthright means that every human being is born. Is everybody born? Just checking. I know some of them must go, I don't know where my kid came from, right? But we were all born somewhere. That every human being is born to be sad and miserable all the time? No. To be happy. We were born to find happiness, not depression, not anger, not to be against each other. And Guru teaches us we have 3 choices. Are we alert? I'm only going to talk a few more minutes and we'll do a little Simran with each other. So just give me a couple more minutes. Be straight, alert, and that goes for the kids too. We have to laugh a little bit, right? It can be, oh, never serious, right? We have to enjoy and be joyful, right? So Guru gives us a choice. Says here's 3 ways you can choose to live. He says the first way we can choose to live is like animals. Have you ever seen 2 dogs? Have you ever seen 2 adults go, right? We bark at each other. We bark at each other worse than 2 dogs. So Guru says that is living like an animal. And living at an animal is to live at each other, right? You're at each other. You said this. No, I said that. No, you said this. No, we said that. No, right? Have you ever talked like that? It's living at each other. So that's one choice we can make. Or Guru says you can live like a human. And what's a human? Well, we'll get a job, we'll have a family, I'll try to make it, we'll do the best I can. We'll have 2.4 kids, 1.3 garages, we'll just try to make it by. So if living like an animal is at each other, then living as a human we call living with each other, right? But Guru says the highest way of life, which is achieved through Vaheguru Gurbani, to live in the highest, we say, consciousness or awareness of this self, as Gursikh, as Gurmukh. So if living as an animal is at each other, and living as a human is with each other, then what is that highest state as a Gurmukh? Is living? No. For each other. Guru teaches us the highest way that we can live is when we live not at each other, not just with each other, but to live for each other. And that's what Sangat is. Sangat is to live for each other, not to be alone. I like that word understanding. Has you all heard that word to understand? You know what Sangat means? We turn that word around. Sangat means to stand under. We understand, but as Sangat we have to stand under each other. That's our strength as Sangat. At the Gurmat Center, you're being taught how to stand under and be strong and keep your form that God and Guru has given to us, and understand the power of Gurbani and Nam Simran and keeping this identity. And I'm very, very proud of you. I've watched you grow. I've watched my kids from little kids to growing. I've watched you guys. And that is the strength and the spirit of what we call Chardikala. The strength and spirit of Chardikala is when we truly understand that as Sangat we stand under each other. Someone asked me the other day, they said, what is Khalsa? What is Khalsa? I said, Khalsa is like a forklift. Have you seen in those factories? You have those forklifts? Do you know what those are? Most do, yes? What does a forklift do? It goes under and does what? Lifts up. What is Khalsa? We go under each other and we lift up each other. And we have that strength. And what gives us that strength is our devotion at the feet of Guru and the power of Gurbani within and the mind set through that Bani and that mind conducting that way of being through Nam Simran. And when we wear the Bana of the Guru to represent that within ourselves and to be seen, then Guru has given us a completeness. Bana Panchkakar, Panchbaniya is all, what did I start with talking about? Pieces of a? You remembered. They're all pieces of that puzzle. That when they fit together, you become Khalsa. Right. That is Amrit. Amrit, when you decide, is when you put all those pieces together and they all fit perfect and you live in the image of our father, Guru Gobind Singh Ji. So it's pretty easy, but we don't understand it. I'm trying to explain a very simple way. Does that make sense? Can we do it? I'm asking you. You know, I love that Nike. What does Nike say on those shirts? Huh? What? Just? Let me just? Just do it. I like that company. They're very smart. But you know what? We're making a new shirt. You know what ours says? It doesn't say just do it. You know what it says? We did it. Khalsa way is not just do it. Khalsa way is I did it. Nike made like $20 billion on just do it. We're going to create such a strong Sangat and bond that our shirts now have to say, I did it. And I know you shall do it. And that is my ardas, that is my prayer for each of us. Because I did it. Did I do it? I did it. How did I do it? I don't know, but Guru blessed me. So if I can do it, you know my challenge to you. You have to do it 10 times better than me, because I won't be happy and know that I've done my job until you do it 10 times better. And what do we say in our t-shirts? We say, huh? We? We.
Vaheguru, 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 Vaheguru. Pavel